It was very toasty to say the least. But the Rockies took the W, so that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Fans sitting there in that near record heat at Coors Field to watch the Rockies take the Royals on a ride. Temperatures topping out in the low 100s across the Denver area.
It was so hot out today that even ice cream couldn't keep cool. Bonnie Bray Ice Cream Shop, a classic in Denver, had to close early today because the AC couldn't keep up with the high heat. The shop is expecting to open up back tomorrow for another potentially triple-digit day today. It was hot out there. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Salinger.
And I'm Shalima Maharaj. Several cities in Colorado saw daily heat records broken, and there is more on the way. Our senior meteorologist, Chris Bianchi, is tracking it all for us tonight and has more on exactly what we should be expecting to see.
You know it's hot when Bonnie Bray has to close. That one really caught me off guard there. It was 102 officially in Denver today, our second hottest day so far this year. Just shy of the daily record, but also only 3 degrees shy of our hottest temperature ever recorded, which is 105 here in Denver. Boulder, now, the official site in Central Boulder was 101. The airport hit 104, which is the hottest temperature, ties the hottest temperature ever recorded in Boulder out at the airport. Official measurement downtown, though, 101. Either way, we broke the daily record, hottest day in at least 14 years in Boulder today. Here's the issue, though, and I talk about this all the time. Often the greatest impact is right around now. It's after 9 o'clock, and it's still 92 degrees in Denver. Just to repeat, it is after 9 p.m. The sun's been down for an hour. It's still 92 outside. That's the issue, is we just don't cool down in the evenings. You want to cool down, go up to 10,000 feet. Leadville, a much more comfortable 64, topped out 102, 107 at the airport in Greeley, 95 in Burlington, cooking across the state. Radar's quiet right now. That will change tomorrow, though, as we get a few gusty storms tomorrow and also a cold front, and that will bring us some pretty notable and smoky changes for tomorrow night and for Tuesday morning. I'm going to have details on that in just a few minutes.
Thanks so much for that, Chris. Well, a frightening moment today for people in Commerce City after a grass fire prompted evacuations earlier this evening. Those evacuations have since been lifted for the area of East 112th Avenue and Tower Road near Reunion Park. South Adams fire crews responded and quickly extinguished that fire. There have been no reports of any injuries.
Aurora Water is releasing more water from a reservoir to help meet the city's demands. Aurora Water says the water flow from the South Platte River into Spinney Mountain Reservoir is at its lowest levels ever seen. The agency says the flow into the reservoir is at 2 cubic feet per second. It's normally at 260 this time of year. The city captures water and stores it in reservoirs like that during dry years. Meanwhile, Denver Water is reporting the water levels at reservoirs it depends on dropped to 76% of full. That's 20% less than it normally is this time of year.
Now, as of tonight, boating season is over at several state parks because of low water levels. Colorado Parks and Wildlife says the boat ramps at Rifle Gap State Park in Garfield County and Crawford State Park in Delta County are now closed. Now, the agency says visitors will still be able to use kayaks, canoes, and paddle boards. CPW says it's close to closing the boat ramp at Cherry Creek State Park if water levels keep dropping.
A reminder of the dangers of being out in this extreme heat. West Metro fire crews responded to a hiker who suffered from a heat-related illness at Waterton Canyon today. West Metro Fire says the hiker was rescued about a mile from the trailhead. They were exhausted and evaluated for heat exhaustion. For context, temperatures topped out around 101 today in that area, like we just heard from Chris there. The hot weather has been handing around, and so far this year, we've hit triple digits 4 times and might do it again tomorrow.
That's right. 9 News reporter Rachel Kraus joins us live. And Rachel, data from the state shows that heat-related illnesses are on the rise in Colorado.
Yeah, the State Department of Health has been marking a steady increase of hospital visits for heat-related illnesses through July. With a hot start to August, medical experts are encouraging people to take it easy when temps come close to topping triple digits.
On a steamy Sunday, the heat is enough to drive most people indoors.
It is
It's quite hot.
Everyone but Ellery Koshal and his friends Morgan and Sean visiting from North Carolina.
I brought them to Wash Park because it's like, oh, it's usually a nice, chill area, lots of people out, but not today. We've seen, I don't know, like a handful of people.
Strange, but not all that surprising.
Yeah, and there was 4 of us. One of them, she already bailed.
Yeah.
The triple-digit temps have at least one good side effect.
Finding parking was super easy, so that was awesome.
Kevin Ruby doesn't mind the warm weather.
A little bit of sunscreen, and I bring a gallon jug of water, and it's insulated, and I drink that between games, and I'm usually good.
Even if it impacts his game.
We lost, but we had them going. One side was shaded, ours was not, so I blame it on the sun, not our skill at all.
This year, Denver has topped triple-digit temps 4 times, and that 4 could become 5 on Monday. It's unusual, and it's making people sick. Data from the state shows the number of people needing help for heat-related illnesses is on the rise. Numbers climbed higher and higher through the month of July, mostly for people heading to the emergency room. And state data shows more people are getting heat-related illnesses this year than in previous years. 9 News medical expert Dr. Pyle Coley says that rise is expected. When temperatures soar, so do trips to the hospital for people sick from the heat, because your body doesn't always get a chance to cool down. It's why she says people need to plan for the heat, with water on hand, working out before peak temperatures hit, and finding a cool spot when you're overheating. That's a plan Ellery and his friends are ready to embrace.
I think her and I are going to check out the Museum of History and Science.
I might try to get a smoothie. Find like a nice cold smoothie somewhere.
And if all else fails,
Back to the AC maybe.
that he's expected to stick around. Doctors say feeling hot, sweaty, and thirsty, that's all normal. But when you start to get dizzy, unusually fatigued, or feeling faint or nauseated, those are warning signs to get out of the heat and into the shade or AC and get some water. If you can recognize those warning signs, it can help to keep you out of the ER. Rachel Krause, 9 News.
From the heat to some flooding, the city of Denver is now responding to accusations from one business owner that the city's bus rapid transit project on Colfax caused some severe flooding on East Colfax on Friday.
Yeah, the flooding caused significant damage to Squire Lounge, and the owner says he now has a big mess to clean up. Speaking with 9 News yesterday, the owner says his bar took on about 3 feet of water in the basement during Friday's storm. He believes one issue is drainage problems caused by the BRT project. Denver's Transportation and Infrastructure Department responded today saying a connection between the project and the flooding at the business has not been confirmed. They say the area the owner is talking about is capped with concrete and not likely the source of the flooding. Dottie, meanwhile, says it will investigate the area further.
Now to some stories that we're following tomorrow. Denver City Council is expected to vote on 2 bills up for final consideration. The first would be a bill that allows some nightlife venues to remain open until 4 a.m. It was postponed last month to allow for more community engagement. The delay also coincided with a deadly mass shooting at a Denver nightclub a couple of weeks ago. The other bill looks to transfer nearly $19 million from Denver's general fund to cover expected liability claims against the city from the George Floyd protests in 2020.
And tomorrow is your chance to hear from some history-making astronauts at Red Rocks. Now, the Artemis II crew will be at the venue to talk about the mission that captivated the world. The crew plans to share never-before-seen footage and answer questions from the audience. That all kicks off at 8 a.m.